Got a video of Mike Johnson being awesome. We've got Tim Burchett checks in and some goon complaining about Mike Johnson at the Capitol. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. I've been making my case for Mike Johnson. Here he is backing up Elon Musk's great work.
Look, I got to challenge the premise of the question, Chad. You know me. I'm a fierce advocate and defender of Article 1. I mean, look, we are the legislative branch. There's a reason the Founding Fathers put the Congress, the legislative branch, as the first article in the Constitution, and we're going to vigorously defend that. But what's happening right now, I think there's a gross overreaction in the media to what is happening. The executive branch of government in our system has the right to evaluate how executive branch agencies are operating and to ensure that not only the intent of Congress in funding mechanisms, but also the stewardship of precious American taxpayer dollars is being handled well.
This is all over the kerfuffle of DOGE revealing mass corruption at USAid. That is, our government was funding this thing called USAid, which around the world, hundreds of millions of dollars wasted on weirdo pet projects, evil, some of them absolutely evil projects. We're going to get into some of them because they're actually pretty hilarious. They're totally corrupt, and that's all going to end. Your government is being reformed, guys, and this has been going on for years in some cases.
That's what they're doing by putting a pause on some of these agencies and by evaluating them, by doing these internal audits. That is a long overdue, much welcome development. That's what the American people demand and deserve. And that's what's happening. So we don't see this as a threat to Article 1 at all. We see this as an active, engaged, committed executive branch authority doing what the executive branch should do. They have broad discretion in all the funding, as you all know, because you follow this. When Congress funds an agency, they give broad discretion to the executive branch on how it's administered. They're using that authority right now in a way it hasn't been used in a long time, so it looks radical. It's not. I call it stewardship. I think they're doing right by the American taxpayer, and we support that principle. When it comes to the point of codification and legislation and all the rest, we'll be evaluating all those things. But right now, I think they're acting within the scope of their authority. There's be legal challenges. The courts will have some things to say about this. But so far as I'm concerned, Chad, this is not a usurpation of authority in any way. It's not a power grab. I think they're doing what we've all expected and hoped and asked that they would do.
This is normal oversight. Democrats are throwing a tantrum only because they're being audited and looked at. It's all being dragged into the light. You get to look at where all the money is going, and it is terrifying, including $8 million being paid to the Politico magazine. By the way, $1.8 million going to Christianity Today, a evil, fake Christian rag with writers like David French criticizing Trump, saying Trump has a problem with ethno-nationalism and all that stuff. So not only David French, Christianity Today, there's just tons of magazines and propaganda stuff to promote atheism in Uganda, like weird ideological stuff. There's people wearing Che Guevara t-shirts underneath a USAid sign. There are terrorists on camera underneath a USAid sign. They are funding our enemies.
For years, members of the legislative branch in Congress, Senate and House have asked for details. They've asked for the expenses of USAID. I mean, look, this is what was uncovered. 3 just quick examples. I mean, you tell me if this is unreasonable. Some of the stuff that the money was being spent on that we didn't even know. Crazy examples that came out. Look, $100 million on initiatives like expanding atheism in Nepal. That's what American taxpayers should be paying for? No way.
$100 million to expand atheism in Nepal. I just want you to think about that. That's USAID, which Elon Musk exposed. The public didn't even know this. Many people in Congress didn't even know this. Mike Johnson's spelling it out right here for most people in public for the first time. This might be the first time you've ever heard it. I just want you to think about it. All you guys out there paying your taxes, you're a roofer. You're up on a roof putting shingles in under the hot, sweaty sun, and then you pay your taxes. Or you're driving truck, long haul, hardly any pay, and you pay your taxes. And then your government thinks that the necessary thing for a pro-America thing to do, what you're paying your government to do, is to spend $100 million to promote atheism in Nepal. That's insane. And that's what Elon Musk is exposing. And now the Democrats are having a complete fit. It's not going to work because they're so fraudulent. Guys, we've been wasting. It's going to end up being at least $1 trillion of your money.
Transgender operas in Colombia, drag shows in Ecuador? No way. The American people want us to, we have a $36 trillion federal debt. It is a serious threat to the future and security of our nation. We got to spend money better. And if this executive branch and this White House is going to take the initiative to dig in and find those details and expose them, we applaud it. We're all on board. Thanks so much.
Did you want to spend on trans operas in other countries? The rainbow stuff that they're putting in other countries is insane and just so immoral. That Christians are funding abortions in other countries? Is that what you want in the name of healthcare? Their programs across the board are just so bizarre that I'm happy they're finally going away. That's Mike Johnson defending them. We're going to get to a little more Mike Johnson, but first, here's Tim Burchett walking through the corridors of the Capitol. I always like his personal videos, and I always drop them here for you, just so because you get a different point of view of the news when you hear it directly from a politician's mouth walking down these corridors. He's just explaining how Congress tried to subpoena Elon Musk trying to slow down his DOGE work. Watch this.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett, just leaving oversight. Byron Donalds. General Perry, say hey to everybody.
Hey, what's up, brother?
I'll give y'all a cameo. Anyway, we're leaving members of the press. Which way we going, brother? Anyway, just leaving oversight. A little bit of a dust up, I'd call it. The Democrats trying to subpoena Elon Musk, and we voted against it. It just, all they're trying to do is slow the work of DOGE down, and currently with it, like, they're pitching a fit about USAid. And dadgum, if I can't go to Colombia and see a taxpayer-funded transgender opera.
Go to Colombia and watch a tax-funded trans opera. You think that's a joke. That's where your taxes, think of all the years of your hard work. And I made this is making fun of Politico because it is a communist rag funded by the Biden administration. I made a new cover. Look, it's Politico. I put a little hammer and sickle for a C, and I put AOC's face over Vladimir Lenin.
What the heck is this word coming to? Look, you're seeing all the fits being thrown on this stuff, and you should follow the dadgum money, because always they have a family member or a friend, or I'd like to say a wife and or girlfriend that's drawing a check from one of these bogus organizations. You don't spend $60 million eradicating rats. It goes somewhere in somebody's pocket. We just got to start paying better attention. Thank y'all for sitting here.
They have $60 million to eradicate rats. They have the bizarrest experiments, cruel anti-animal experiments, just bizarre studies here. Now, this is the terrible, perjuring, moronic Capitol Police officer, Harry Dunn, one of the criminal Capitol Police officers, angry at Mike Johnson that he will not put up a plaque.
There's nothing new to say. We all saw what happened. We all know what happened. I would challenge any single Republican in that chamber right now that's not going to support the resolution to tell why they're not going to support it. Don't be afraid. It doesn't put them back in jail. The only reason they're not doing it is because they're scared of Donald Trump, period. Mike Johnson right now, wherever he is in this building, has no less than 5 Capitol Police officers with him right now. Look them in the face and tell them you don't support condemning the people that attacked you and your co-workers. It's pathetic. Last Congress, they passed a law, a resolution, to put up a plaque honoring what happened on January 6th. It is not up right now. Why? Mike Johnson is not putting it up. I heard through the grapevine, he said he's deciding which bathroom to put it in.
Mike Johnson said, I'll put up the plaque, but I'm still trying to decide which bathroom to put it in. You see, Mike Johnson, guys, is a killer. Mike Johnson, you should put it in the trans bathroom. Oh, wait, Trump is making them all be removed.
Challenge to you, Mike Johnson, put the damn plaque up.
One person clapping. He got a crowd of 3. Mike, put that plaque up in the bathroom. Now they 60 Minutes released the full interview with Kamala Harris, the one that they edited to make her look like she had an IQ. And she was still so dumb and terrible. Well, they released it unedited And I grabbed this this is one of the clips they cut out.
Hi today. The one thing I'm allergic to. Okay. Colin is down.
Okay, I might have added some of my own sound effects. I'm Doug in exile.